Hey guys. Okay, I'm back again. Okay, so where did we leave off? I believe we left off with Jasmine being taken away from Alex by Thomas and Drake. Once Thomas brings Jasmine back to the castle, which is where they're set up at in Transylvania, um, they end up ultimately turning Jasmine into a vampire. Once Jasmine starts realizing that she has these very magical powers. I mean, she is in a lot of ways she's stronger than Drake. He basically puts her in charge of his army, his hellhounds, his demons, um his line of defense, basically. So she's now in charge. She can control them. She can manipulate them. She can send them on missions. So that's kind of her role on that side. Jasmine is she's very playful. She wants to do it her way, and that's it. I mean, just straight up her way. She does not like answering to Thomas. She does not like answering to Drake. She does what she wants, ultimately, within the storyline. So to get to Alex and the way she's dealing with this is not really that well. She struggles with it. She really worries about her sister. You know, why would they want to turn her? Why would, they want to take her? Have they, had they turned her? Have they killed her? What is going on with her sister? So once they realize that Jasmine has been turned, so now they're trying to work to come up with a solution to turn her back to human, which they're not sure if it's even going to work. Victor is doing a lot of the study on the lore. He's trying to figure out what they can do. Meeting up with people that he's dealt with in the past that's helped him on different missions. So he's trying his best. And Max knows that if anybody can solve this mystery, it is Victor, ultimately. Okay, so we turn to the part in the book where everybody is at the little cabin there in Transylvania. They all meet up. Victor and Max get a lot of guys together that they have worked with in the past, hunters that are willing to help them in this battle, knowing that they probably will not survive. Okay, so they're at the cabin and they're trying to figure out what exactly it is they're going to do. They know that they have to stop Drake from being risen. So, okay, well, here's the thing. They don't. Drake gets risen. So they're at the castle. They're trying to penetrate the fortress. Max and Alex and Victor and Jade and a couple other different characters. Jake. They're all there trying to see what they can do about stopping it. It doesn't happen. Alex and Max realize that it's a little bit harder and they need a lot more help. So they kind of get pushed out of the castle after a little bit of a battle. The battle doesn't last very long. Some of the hunters do get killed by the demons. Some of the demons do get killed by the hunters. But these demons are not human form. They are demonic form. Very dark, very dangerous. So once they leave the castle and then go back to the cabin, they're still trying to sit down and figure out what can be done. Some of the guys take off and kind of go exploring, I guess, per se. They go after certain artifacts that after studying and reading up on some of the lore that they realize that might be able to help them. So they're, sitting down there at the kitchen table, and during all this process, once Jasmine is turned, Alex realizes that she is having visions. These visions are of exactly what her sister's doing at exactly that time. But she's not quite sure if Jasmine can see her. She has that link with her, and she has that bond. So she's hoping that it's only a one-way, when in reality it's a two-way. They are, like I said, sitting at the kitchen table. The guys are playing poker. The girls are kind of cleaning up from dinner. And Jasmine ends up having another vision. This time it's of Jasmine at the ward that Jade had put up to try to shield them from any of them using their powers or whatever, trying to find them. So anyways, Alex is standing there at the kitchen sink and she collapses. She's having another vision. And when she comes to, she is petrified. Because she can see the army that is pretty much right there in front of them, when nobody else can. Because she is still linked to Jasmine at this time when she's trying to pull to her normal self. Now, when she does kind of wake up and realize where she's at, she's, warning, no, we got to get out of here. This is time. We got to go. We got to go now. And then Max reassures her that she can do this. She can face her sister. So Alex ends up going outside. Now, at this point, you've got sister versus sister, which is kind of where the twist comes into. You got one sister on the good side, one sister on the dark side. And the one on the dark side is struggling because she's looking at her blood sister that she didn't really get to grow up with. Doesn't really know much about her. Only that whenever they were small children, they played, they had fun, they were best friends. So Jasmine deep down is struggling with this, but she knows that she has to pretty much destroy her sister, whether it's just take her powers away, make her human, or whatever the case may be. So they're having their little confrontation. Kind of on the back 40, you've got Victor, Jake, and Jade. They're still pretty much in the cabin. They end up going out the back door, trying to sneak out, trying to figure out, okay, well, what's their flanking? What are they going to do? How are they going to take these demons out? Then they run across the Hellhounds. The Hellhounds are pretty much a little vindictive. Very much evil. They have no remorse, no empathy, no nothing. I mean, they are just pure outright evil. One of the Hellhounds that was there had came up to them, and they did not realize that this Hellhound wasn't actually a Hellhound. This Hellhound was Darian. Darian is a shapeshifter. In the storyline, he was born this way. He was not made. His mother was a shapeshifter. His father was Drake. Drake had seduced his mother. She got pregnant, and she ended up having the child, which eventually, Darian grew up. So Darian has powers of his own. So once Darian realizes that he needs to get them away from here, it's just not, they're not going to win this battle. Not with the way they are. They're not trained enough. So Darian says, okay, look, we got to do a distraction. We've got to get them out of here. So Jake has an idea, which ultimately Jake blows up the cabin. Sets the gas off, blows it up. It goes kaboom. Which allows, I guess, Jasmine to get out of there. Alex is pretty much kicking Jasmine's butt. Drake shows up, gets Jasmine out of there, and ultimately retreats his forces. So they get everybody else out of there. Max and Alex wake up, they team up with the rest of the group, figure out what happened, why they blew up the cabin. Well, Alex is like, well, there goes everything we had. So anyways, Darian leads them to a house not far from the cabin, that was set up by, the guy's name is Roman. So anyways, he is, Drake's brother. He pretty much helps them, teaches them what they need to know about Drake, how his powers are manifesting, how he's able to control everybody, and ultimately what Drake's goal is, to bring hell on earth. So anyways, that kind of leaves off there. So I'm going to stop the video. So the next video will not be talking about book 1. I will be discussing more of Into the Depths of book 2. What's going to happen with the characters. So if y'all really want a copy of the book, The Undead Key is still out for sale for right now. You can get it on Google Play, Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Books A Million. You can also get it on Scribd. There is a couple other places you can get it on. Basically, just Google The Undead Key Part 1 by K.R. Connor. Or you can go on my website, www.theundeadkey.com. You can order signed copies there, which means you order it from me. I send it out for the book to get the books in. I sign them, then I mail them to you. Or if you're local, then we meet up and I give you the signed copy. So if you have any questions, guys, just email me. You get me a moment through my website, or you can email me at theundeadkey@yahoo.com. Y'all guys have a good day. And if I don't get back on here between now and the holidays, hope y'all guys have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Love y'all guys. Bye.